Hello, everybody. It looks like we're starting. We are live. This is Michelle Grigsby. I just want to make sure my default settings are good. Hi, everybody. Okay, I am really quickly going to run over to our group. I'm going to post our picture. Hi, everybody who is here. So inside of our private group, I just posted a photo. So if you guys want to pop over there, now if you're on your mobile phone, you're going to get the best experience if you're on your PC or your Mac, because you can kind of go between two screens, but I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this training if you're on your mobile phone and then jump over to ask a question or what have you. So once I start getting live, Facebook Live, I'll be able to utilize that platform as well. But what I love about using Google is that I can share my screen so you guys can look at my screen. So anyway, really quickly, let's see. All right, Virginia says she's not hearing anyone. There is a slight delay, so hopefully you guys can see. Let me go to my page, the live page, and let me refresh it. Hold on just a second. I just want to make sure the technical stuff is out of the way, because I've got a lot of amazing value to share with you. And hold on, I just want to make sure we're here. Okay. We are here. I'm here. So let me go ahead and post a comment really quickly. Okay. Hi, Virginia. Okay. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Judy. She's now getting a blank screen. Well, I'm sorry if you're getting a blank screen. Yeah, it looks like, in fact, really quickly, let me go to the event real quick and let me get the link to this. So I'm getting the link to the image I just posted. I'm going to go to the event and make sure, because I know some people are posting inside the event as well. So I'm going to go to the event and I am going to post a comment really quickly. Hey, guys. I started a comment thread. Click over. Okay. That. And I know I'm getting a lot of flood of stuff. That's why I try to have like one central location to have all of this congregate. And I love using the group because, you know, I know that what I'm delivering is a lot of value. And, okay, yes, refresh the page. Refresh the page. So if you guys are having any issues, just refresh the page. And so it looks like we're live. If you click on the YouTube image, it'll be live. And you can see in here. Yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and just see me on YouTube, that's absolutely fine as well. But I like using our thread because then we can share comments and congregate, and you guys can ask me questions, give me feedback and all that. So, all right, let's see real quickly. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure that everything is kosher. Everything is up and running. Okay. All right. Okie dokie, let me go back to the comment thread. I can't like jump back and forth all over the place. And so that's why, but you know what? The reason why I like using inside of our private group is because it's like exclusive, you guys. I mean, this stuff I'm giving you, if you want to be live and you want to be able to ask questions and get this value as it happens, then, you know, being in our group, that's one of the advantages. And I love providing this value. I've learned this stuff over the years, and I've shared this several times. So those of you that have been following me for a long time, I think you're going to learn a couple things that I might have shared in other previous trainings that I didn't share before. But there's a lot of stuff I'm going to pack in this, and so I'm going to get right to it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to share my screen, and then I want to ask you, make sure that you can see it before I get started, okay? So let me go ahead and do that real quick. Entire screen share. I'm gonna jump over here, and I know there's a slight delay. Can you see my screen? Please say yes. Okay, so I just put in the thread, if you guys can see my screen, and okay. So what I'm going to do, guys, is first of all, one of the things that I did was I posted in our group my new logo that I created. And I'm going to share with you, first of all, how I did that, because you guys can do this. It's so easy. It's so simple. And the thing is, guys, is, you know, as we are building a business, we're all entrepreneurs, you know, and I'm going to be sharing with you. Okay, awesome. Great. I'm getting some great feedback. All right, sweet. I'm going to be sharing with you guys, you know, when I go through my trainings, and I follow a lot of high profile trainers, and I've paid for a lot of courses. I've gotten coaching from some of these trainers. And you know, a lot of them, though, what they do is they focus on helping small businesses. And between you, me, and the fence post guys, we're entrepreneurs, right? It's like us entrepreneur. It's like us Inc., right? Me Inc. And I feel like that a lot of people are not giving the training to the little guy, which is us. We are in the process of building an empire, and it is absolutely possible to do that. And I'm going to share with you, though, some things that they teach you. You know, the one thing I want to do, though, is you can totally spot somebody that's new. You can spot somebody that's new. It's really easy to do because they haven't been taught some of the branding tips to look more professional. And, you know, but the thing is that I want to share with you some things, though, some tips that will help set you apart, because especially those of you that are, Michelle, the link is in the group. Oh, well, she can't hear me. It's in the event page. Michelle, somebody's asking me for the link. Okay. Or if somebody could help Michelle Tyro, I know that she's been having an issue being able to register through my email. So if anybody could help her with that, she can't get on. Okay, so anyway, though, guys, one thing I want to share with you is that as entrepreneurs, you know, a lot of us are with, like, let's say you're with a network marketing company, and what is it about you that's going to set you apart? What is it about you that's going to set you apart from all the other reps that are out there? And first thing I want to tell you is that, first of all, nobody can be like you. There's nobody that is you. All right. So first of all, the thing is that whatever value you're providing to the marketplace, nobody can deliver it the way that you do. But a couple tips I have for you is, you know, the thing about when you brand yourself online and you want to create a professional presence, and you want to create a professional presence. Okay. Thank you, Charlotte. I appreciate that. If you want to create a professional presence, what you want to do is just a couple of tips, and I'm still working on this. You want to have a theme. You want a theme on what value are you going to be providing. First of all, you need to know exactly who your target market is, right? Is your target market going to be your customer, or is it going to be a business builder? So the tips and the value that you're providing, is it health and wellness tips? Is it weight loss tips because you want to sell your products? Or is it marketing tips or business tips or network marketing tips because you want to attract other network marketers? Okay, so you have to think about who your market is. And another thing too is that when somebody is being, you know, if somebody is creating a relationship with you and they know somebody else that's in the same business, what is it about you that's going to set you apart? And there's some things that a lot of advanced marketers recommend. And one of the things they recommend is, you know, you can actually go as far as choosing like specific colors that you want to be associated with, as well as fonts. And I'm still kind of fiddling with that. I'm resonating between two colors that I'm going to be going towards. But, you know, eventually what's going to happen is all of my stuff is going to be hopefully congruent, so that anytime anybody sees something of mine, they're going to know that it's me. And so that way, whenever they see any of my images or anything, any of my trainings, they're going to know that it's me. And that's something, though, guys, that you need to think about is you have a business. I don't care if it costs you $99 to get started, or $1,099 or $10,000. You have a business, and you need to think about how are you going to brand yourself. And so one of the things I do is I recommend you want to have like a logo, right? A logo will really set you apart. And what I had posted Let me go ahead and move on down. And okay. Michelle, I have no idea why Michelle is having issues. She had issues with the last one too, Michelle Tiro. I'm not sure, I apologize, but I'll make sure that she gets the replay if she can't get on. But as you guys know, I posted here this little image right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I created that, and I'm going to share with you a couple of the things to help set you apart. So what I did here, guys, I'm going to be really fast. I'm going to give you some tools, and your head is going to spin, but you'll be able to get access to the replay, and I will also put this in a blog post, and I will give you access to all the links so that you can get the tools that resonates most with you. But if you want to do something like this right here, this is what I'm going to share with you. First of all, what I did is I just went to a resource called PicMonkey. Now, I know some of you have heard of Canva. I'm going to go to that as I'm going to show that as a resource, but I really, really love PicMonkey. So I'm going to go there, okay? So I'm going to go to new browser. And by the way, guys, if this is blurry, then usually when it's live, it's pretty blurry. And then once it renders, it should be in HD. So if you're going to watch the replay, you can also specify that it's in HD as well, and you'll be able to see it. And you can even make the screen bigger, so you can see this bigger. There should be like a little icon in the bottom corner, and you can be able to see this on the whole screen. So, but a really great resource, you guys, is picmonkey.com. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to hover over these. So basically what you do, guys, is picmonkey.com is so amazing. I absolutely love it. They've got tutorials like crazy, but I'm going to show you really quickly how I was able to make that icon or that logo that I showed you. And basically all I did, guys, is I went to design, and then I chose a square. Now you can also do different designs. You can do a custom design, but just by default, for the one that I posted in our group, I just made it a square. So I'm going to click on that. And what it does by default is it's like a really big square. Okay, so right now I'm only looking at 29% of it. But right now by default, it's got a white background. Okay, this is what's going to be really cool, you guys, is in order for you to be able to put this on top of other images, if this is going to be like your watermark, if you want this to be your watermark, something that you want to be able to put on images so that if anybody shares your stuff, it's got your little logo on there, then what you want to do is you want to go here, right there, and it says transparent. Click on that. As you can see, it made these turn, they look like checkers now. So let me click it, it's white, and you could change the background to whatever color you want, okay? But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it transparent so that it is clear. Now what that does is when I save this image, when I save it, it's not going to have a white background, so you can put it on top of other images. I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? So what I do is I make it a transparent background, and then I click apply. Now let me check to make sure nobody has any questions. Where is it? Nope, it's not that way. I just want to make sure. All right. Okay, just want to make sure, and I'll periodically check back to make sure nobody has any questions or anything. Okay, so here we are, we're on PicMonkey, guys. This is so easy. Now what I'm going to do is over here, I'm going to click on the text icon. Okay, so I'm going to click text. And what it's going to do is it's going to give me a huge bunch of choices, okay? So what I did for this one is I actually used, I believe it was the quicksand, okay? So it's quicksand, and then I just click add text. And right here, I'm just going to type social media tips with, right? And then what I'm going to do is if you look, I'm just going to kind of move it around a little bit. I'm going to drag it around a little bit like that, and then I'm going to leave it like that for now, but I could always go back to it, okay? So I could always go back. I can make it bigger. I don't know if I could bold, yeah, I could bold it. I'm not gonna bold it though. I don't want it bolded. So I'm gonna take that off. And there's other different things you guys can do here, and I'll show you in a second. But another thing I wanna do is then I did like I'm going to add text again because this one I want to be a different font. So I'm going to type Michelle. All right. And then I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm going to go down to one of my favorite fonts, which I believe is at the very bottom. And, you know, you could choose like a really pretty, like Sacramento would be pretty. All right. Or you could do, you know, I just want to do it really fast. I don't want to spend too much time. And you guys, this is free, but if you pay like $4.99 a month, you can become a Royale member, and you can get access to some of the extra features, but really you don't need it. You can get all these great, you know, resources for free. So let me try this one instead. Okay, that's pretty. All right, so now I've got that. Let me just change the color a little bit, right? So I'm going to make it like a little bit of a dark purple, and I'm going to drag it, and then I'm going to make it bigger. So I think you guys get the idea, right? So here's that. All right, so what's really cool about this, guys, is, you know, you can rotate it if you want, okay? You can do whatever you want with it. So, you know, my gosh, social media tips with Michelle, I'm just going to leave it straight. And right here, just this right here, you can have, you know, social media tips with Michelle, or you can put your website, socialmediatipswithmichelle.com, and have that on there. But I'm just going to go ahead and save this real quick, and I'm going to save it. Guys, this is super important. You want to save it as a .png instead of a JPG, because a PNG is a bigger file. It's a higher quality file, and if you have a transparent background, it will read that. So I'm going to click .png. I'm just going to name it. So I'm just going to say demo logo, and I'm going to save it to my computer, and I'm going to save it in a folder of my branding images. So branding images, double click there, and demo logo. So I'm going to save it there. Okay. So there you go. I've got that. Now, if you guys want to know how I added that image of me, that was a cartoon character or something that actually I bought that from somebody on ETSY for like $7. Okay. And I'll show you really quickly how to add that. This is so cool. So I'm back over here. I'm going to click on the butterfly, and I'm going to click on your own, and I am going to find the image, and it's in this folder here, and her name is Hannah, and I've got green eyes, and I'm going, and remember to get the one that is a PNG, not a JPG. So I'm going to choose the bigger one. So I'm going to double click on that. There she is. So there she is, and it was I chose the .png, so there's no white background around her. So here she is, right? And let's just move it over here a little bit. And then I'm going to lower it a little bit. And then look at this, guys. All I do then is I right click, bring, send backward, right click, send backward again. And it's over my face. So maybe I might want to shrink it down a little bit, you know. But you guys see how I was able to do that. So I might maybe move that over a little bit and move that up, or move all that down. All right, so let's say this is what I want right here, okay? Let's say this is what I want right here, okay? I want this. I'm gonna crop this because I just want this part right here. So I am going to click on this very top basic edits, and I'm gonna click crop, and all I'm gonna do is I'm going to move this down, and I'm going to move this to the side, move that to the side, and that down. And I'm going to move that down as low as I can, just in case I ever want this, you know, on something that would, maybe I want to put something like right above it. I just want to make sure there's nothing that will hold me back. And then make sure you click apply. There it is, you guys. Now you can change the size, so resize. Right now it's 2000 by 1133. That's a pretty big size, but that's a high quality size. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to show you how to use it. So I'm going to save it, And I'm going to say demo logo with girl. And I'm going to change it to .png, save it to computer, and I'm going to save it to my branding images folder and save it. Okay, now guys, watch this. Watch this. Now I'm going to do is I am going to take an image. In fact, you know what? Here. All right, this is a post I'm going to be doing inside our group, guys, about timing. This is one that I've already created. This is a different browser, right? So I just made this today. And I want to put my logo on it that I just made. So here's the image. Now I could have just opened this up as an image that was already saved on my computer. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the butterfly. And it's called an overlay, okay? And I'm going to click your own, and I'm going to find my demo image. Yeah, demo logo. I'm going to choose the demo logo with the girl. If you look here, there's the demo logo, and I saved it as that big 2000 by 2000. Look how big it is. Like there's a lot of space underneath it. So I should have cropped that one, which is what I did to this one here. So here's the original one that I had created, but I kind of like the one I created now too. But anyway, double click on that. And there it is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink it down because I don't want to take away from the message, right? But I want to brand it. So this is kind of like adding a watermark, you guys. Now you guys don't have to go as far as doing all of this, okay? You want to be careful about going overboard, you know, but you know, it's a great way to put it's called a watermark or your trademark or your logo. And if you stay consistent, people will start to recognize that. And so yeah, so let me see if anybody has any questions. Did you guys like that? Did you guys get any value from that? Okay. All right, well, is anybody still there? Is anybody there? Did you guys like that? Did you like that? All right, so there is that. Now, really quickly. All right, so I just showed you guys how to make that logo using PicMonkey. Super easy to do. Great idea, like that, better than just our web link. Absolutely, well, thank you, Charlotte, appreciate that. But I do want to show you, let me show you really quickly somebody's page that I absolutely love. Kathleen Degelman, you guys. When I first started following her page, she was getting 0 engagement on it. She's been on it for, you know, I don't know when she created this page. She's a big time network marketing diamond in her business, okay? She's also being coached, heavily coached by Ray Higdon. And let me tell you, she now has, oh my gosh, almost 67,000 fans. She has exploded her fan page. She used to get hardly any engagement. Now she's getting tons of engagement for a Facebook business page. You know, that's pretty amazing. And I know that a lot of this, she's not boosting all of these, but I just want to give you an idea of what she's doing. And I noticed that she's branding herself, and it looks like she's got a couple of different logos that she's using to brand herself. And I love it because this is new. This is newer. I noticed that she's adding this stuff, and I don't know if she's outsourcing this and she's just creating, you know, her brand and she's honing in on it, but I absolutely love it. So here is an image she created. As you can see, she's got her watermark down here. And so she creates all of her own images, and she's pretty much captured the hashtag Life is Beautiful. And she has great images using that phrase, that hashtag. And then of course she's got her you see how she's got her watermark down here? It's not too noticeable, but it's putting her name on there. She does a lot of great network marketing tips, you guys. And so she gives some great network marketing tips, and then she brands it. And that's pretty much her niche, is network marketing tips, okay? So she's got a great image, and then she's got it branded again. So here she's using a different set of colors for that. But as you can see, I really love what she's doing in regards to putting the image you know, putting text on top of the image. This is so easy to do, guys. All you need is a great image, and all you need to do is find out what style you want to have and just go for it. So she's got, you know, so she's got a couple of different styles. So she's got kind of this feminine style, and then she's got more of a masculine business type style here. So I don't know if she's just got two different, and then of course there's a personal post, and she, all right, so a couple, but as you can see, it looks like she's got three different styles that she's interchanging, you know, with certain color segments. So let me see if anybody else has any questions real quickly. Been wondering the same thing. Would you want to make a fan page or a group page for your business? That is a great question, Cindy. That's kind of off topic, but if you guys had seen my other trainings, like my very first training, Cindy and Charlotte, I have a fan page, but I see a lot of leaders creating their own group following. Absolutely. Okay, if you guys watched my first training, if you haven't gotten my very first training, you need to see it, because I'm getting a question from Cindy and Charlotte asking, should I use my Facebook group or should I use my fan page? I definitely use my fan page to find targeted leads. And I use my fan page to brand myself, to talk more about my business. I use my personal profile to engage with my prospects because you get a lot more engagement on your personal profile. And I use my group to create relationships. So I'm creating relationships with my targeted prospects in my groups. And that's what I recommend is I recommend using your fan page to brand your business. And I would talk about use your personal profile to just, you know, do what the points I've been giving you in our trainings, you know, about getting engagement on your personal profile. You definitely want to get as much engagement as you can on your personal profile, because when you do business posts, people will see it. Because I'll be straight up honest, on Facebook fan pages, a very small percentage, 6 to 16% of people will see your posts on your business, because Facebook knows, they tell you that really Facebook is meant to be a place where friends and family members congregate. And yes, marketers use it for business, but you have to know how to interrupt them. You know how to target them. You have to know how to speak to them to get them to respond. And then what I recommend is then get them in a group or get them on your email list. Can your image get cropped off if others want to use your photo? And does the placing matter? Can your image get cropped off if others want to use? Yeah, people can crop an image just by going to PicMonkey and just cropping it. Like if they want to crop off your logo, yeah, they can do that. They can definitely do that. So, you know what? If someone's going to go to that much trouble of taking a logo and, you know, chopping off your logo and taking your image, then let them do that. You know, I mean, consider it a compliment. Okay, great. Okay. All right, guys, let's see. Another one. Okay, I want to show you guys how to create a killer timeline. Does anybody want to know how to create an awesome timeline image? What I mean by that is, like, if you guys saw Kathleen's, it was amazing. Now, remember, she's already like a huge rock star diamond in her business. So she's, you know, she's obviously branding herself and she's got a lot to talk about, right? But for those of us that are brand new, you know, and you still want something professional, I want to show you an example, one that I really, really like. And I think it's on my post planner. Okay. I really love Rebecca's. She you know, targets mostly small businesses, but this is an awesome custom cover photo. And one of the things that they talk about is, you know, one of the things that you guys really want to think about doing is having a custom cover photo on your business page. And the reason why is because if you see here, it says most people landing on your page will see, the first thing they're going to see is your cover photo. An attractive and well-designed cover will help you catch their attention and encourage them to take action. So what you want to do, guys, is you want to think of your Facebook cover photo as an online billboard. And I've looked at a lot of yours, and I've looked, because I have a thread in our group where we're listing our fan page, and a lot of you are using like inspirational quotes. A lot of you are putting like your company products on there. And I want you guys to think about when somebody is going to visit your page. Let's say you're boosting a post, you're boosting an inspirational image, you're targeting exactly who you want to see your Facebook page, and they go check you out. When they look at that, when they look at your main timeline photo, are you giving them what they want to see? Okay. So for instance, I love what she has is she has a social media goal setting worksheet right on here. And what's really cool, you guys, is in the past, Facebook did not allow you to use your timeline photo kind of as a marketing tool. And now you can say, click like, you can click, it says right here, click for your free copy. And I actually went to her Facebook page now to see what it says and to see what she has now. And this is her Facebook profile or her Facebook image now. And it says, are you using social media to market your business but struggling to gain momentum? And look at this, guy. She's got an arrow with call to action right over the like button. So she wants you to like it. So I guess I'll like it. And then of course, we'll talk about some of these other features in another training. But you know, what I like though is I really like this one where she says map your success. I mean, do you guys think that you can create something that looks like this? I'm going to show you what to do. I'm going to make one just like this, okay? So my timeline photo right now is, right now it's social media tips with Michelle, right? And I can go a little bit further though, and I can say click here, right? Because if you click on that, I kind of tell my story a little bit, and I'm prompting people to join my Facebook group, okay? So let's change this a little bit. So first thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to give you an awesome resource on where to get some awesome images for free. And that website is, where is it? All right, where is it? Don't tell me I lost it. All right. I'm going to put a link to this. It's shaybaxter.com/public domain images. And guys, I've been able to find some amazing images on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down a little bit. I'm going to show you some of the links that you can go to. And one of them that I clicked on that I really liked was the Unsplash one, where it's called Unsplash. Okay, so I clicked on the Unsplash one, and then what I did is up here in the search, I just typed mobile. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of these. Now, guys, these are all images that you can grab, you can use, and you can mark up. You can even, you know, you can even make money on it as long as you don't claim that it's your image. Okay, so you can actually put these in, you know, a product that you're going to be charging money for. But just be careful not to say that you created the image yourself. And so these are for public use. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose, I want to choose one as my background image that, you know, obviously talks about social media tips. And I really like this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that. It's going to open it up in a bigger file. So this is a huge file. I'm going to right click and I'm going to save the image, and I'm going to put it in my pictures at the moment of social media tips background. Okay, so right there I've got this image saved. Let me make sure we don't have any questions. Yes, a fan page is the same thing as a business page. Back in the olden days, it was called a fan page. A business page and a fan page means that somebody has to like the page, and you can have a limitless number of fan pages / business pages underneath your personal profile. Okay, so if you're going to run an ad, on one of your business pages or one of your fan pages, you have to do that through your personal profile, because you can have several business pages. And so absolutely. So Bobby, if you have a question, go ahead and ask it. But I will come back to this in a second. I want to show you really quickly how to make this timeline image though. Okay. So I'm going to start completely over. I'm just going to go PicMonkey.com again. I really love PicMonkey, you guys. So really quickly, I'm going to hover over design and I'm going to click Facebook cover. Now this is how to create one completely by scratch, okay? And then I'm going to give you another resource that you can use, that you can go to, that's already got pre-made templates for you, and you can just drag and drop pictures, and just add text, and it's really awesome. But the key is, guys, is that you want to be professional. You want to think of a color scheme that you want to be conducive on all your stuff, so that people will start. That's just a great way to brand yourself, okay? So I'm going to add an image on top of this. So I'm just going to hit cancel. I don't care about the background image, because I'm going to add, I'm going to click the butterfly, and I'm going to click your own, and I'm going to click on, it was called social media tips background. Oops. All right, hold on. Go back to that picture. Where's the picture? Here it is. I forgot what I saved already. Social media tips. Okay. Sorry, this is good. Okay, background, and it's JFIF. I want to save it as a .png. That's why I couldn't find it. So after you name it .png, hit save. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to add the image. I'm going to hit open. Oh gosh, sorry. I'm going to click over here, the butterfly, your own, and go to the right folder. Social media tips background. There it is. Awesome. I'm going to double click on it, and I'm going to pull it. And it's a huge file, so I'm not going to worry about it being, if something is a really small image and you stretch it out, you want to be careful, because I can't really tell it on the phone though. That's fine. I'll just use this for now. But be careful about using a small image and stretching it out, because then it can look fuzzy. So you want a high quality image, an image that's got lots of pixels on it, because that way if you stretch it bigger, it's not going to look fuzzy. So far I've got the background image. Now I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make mine look as similar to this as possible. Okay. I love the colors. This is along the colors that I use on my blog. So with that, I am going to go to the butterfly, and I'm going to click on geometric, and I'm going to click on this rectangle. And at the moment, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it and I'm going to drag it across. Okay. So I'm making this all on my own. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to choose the colors. Now, guys, this is a tool on Chrome, and it's over here, and it's called Page Color Picker Active. And I'm going to go to my color history, and I'm going to hover over this, because that's that orange color. And I'm going to grab the colors of that. So I'm going to hover over that. I'm going to copy it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this bar, and I'm going to go over here to the color, and I'm just going to change the color to that orange. And what you can do then, let me click on it again, is here where it says fade, look at this. You can actually make it a little bit see-through, which is pretty cool. Okay, so let's just make it a little bit transparent. Then what I'm going to do is then I want to add the circle. And where is the circle? I thought there was a circle. Let's just use that for now. It looks like a weird looking, it doesn't look like a circle, but I think it'll straighten itself out. I think I've done this before where it did that. So I'm going to, okay, so I'm going to put that there, and let's go back and look and see. All right. So there's that. Let me grab the image color, color history. There it is. Hover over that. Okay. And I'm going to change the color. All right. Now what I can do is then I can put some text on here. Actually, let me make some cool little, I'm going to click on this little butterfly again. And nautical, I could do something like that, but I don't think so. I think it's actually under postal. There's a cool one. Okay, you do stars. You could do, I mean, something like that, where it actually is like bigger than, I don't know if I would really like that, but for the sake of time, I don't know if I like that design actually. Let's see real quick, labels. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna hover over that. No, I don't want that. I want this one. No, I don't want that. See, you guys gotta be careful. You have to be careful with what, okay, I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to take these dots, design, and I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger, and put it on that side. So you guys are basically watching me create like my new timeline header, all right? And if you guys want to do like the like button with the arrow, there's arrows here you can use too, which is pretty cool. And let me go ahead. I don't like the black though. Okay, change that to white. Okay. All right, now. All right, now I'm going to do actually, yeah, okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the text, right? So I'm going to add the text. I'm going to do it in white. Black in text, like for something like this, is not the most popular color. And so I would recommend that you kind of try some other colors. But so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the name of my page, right? Social media tips with Michelle. So when people are looking at when they visit my page, what's the first thing they're going to see? They're going to see this, right? So I'm hoping that by looking at the name and by looking at what I do, that they will want more information. But I'm going to take it a step further, and I'm going to say, what did she say here? Social media. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, I'm going to add another text. I'm going to make it white. I'm going to say, grab your free cheat sheet. And I'm going to center this whole thing. Okay. I'm going to put it here in the middle. If I can move it. I'm going to make it bold so you can see it better. Grab your free cheat sheet. I don't know if I want the shouting, so let me take out the exclamation point if I can. And you know what? I'm going to do like what she did there. I'm going to say Sacramento, add that text. I'm going to put Facebook, or I'm going to put Facebook cheat sheet. Yeah, so for Facebook. And I'm just going to make it almost exactly like she did, except I'm going to be sharing what okay, so social media tips with Michelle, grab your free cheat sheet, and I have Facebook here. And then over here, I'm going to put the call to action, and I'm going to say, over here, I'm going to say, click here. Let's see what she wrote. There's nothing wrong, guys, with click for your free copy. Okay, so click here for your free copy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this whole thing a little bit bigger, just a tad bit bigger. And then I'm going to grab this. The only thing is that you have to make sure you're on the right thing. So sometimes I have to click out of it and then go back. And then I've got it. Okay, so I'm going to highlight over all of that, make it a little bit smaller. and okay, bold, and I'm going to center it, which means I have to move it over a little bit. Doggone it. And then I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to make it white as well. Okay. And let's see if I can make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Okay. So, social media tips with Michelle. And so as you can see, I just created a new timeline photo. And you can see it's somebody that's on a computer, and you should see somebody that's also on their mobile phone, but I guess that we will have to make do with what we have for the sake of time. So as you guys can see, I just created. Now, guys, do you guys think this looks professional? I know it took a little bit, but and yeah, let's see, Michelle, use it or could you please show us where on the website? Pick monkey, or is it? All right, do you put your logo on your timeline cover? You can totally put your logo on your timeline cover. It's totally up to you, okay? Larger, okay, make the free sheet larger, okay. Gosh, I'm so grateful. Oh yeah, grab your free sheet. Well, I was surprised that hers was a little bit bigger. Click for your free copy. I'm surprised that hers was that small. And then her real one is, I kind of like, click here for your free copy, or yeah, that's true. Now, what's cool is there is one of my students that tried to boost her whole page to get likes, and it did not get approved because her timeline photo had text on it that was greater than 20%. So you want to make sure that if you're going to be boosting your like if you're going to actually be doing a generic please like my fan page ad, which I kind of don't recommend, but if you want to do that, then you want to make sure that your timeline photo will have the least amount of text, or the most amount of text that's no more than 20%. Okay, so yeah, I could twiddle with this a little bit, but that is how you create a timeline cover photo. And if I wanted to add my little icon, my little girl, then all I would do is I would click on like the arrow here, and I would scroll all the way up if I want to be branding myself, right? So I click on your own, and I want to go to my branding folder, so my branding images, and where's my little girl? Okay, I'll just go here. Green eyes, double click, there she is. I always get her in the biggest file, so then I can just bring it down, right? And so I can also add that for sure. So yeah, I think I might capitalize cheat sheet. Dwight was recommending that I make that stand out more. Cheat. Grab your free cheat sheet. Maybe I can change the font of that. Look at this, I'm getting really detailed now. I can actually change that font to like fatter, like a fatter font. All right, but if you guys have like a point of reference of something that you want to, mimic, there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing that. Grab your free cheat sheet. That might be a little bit too fat. But you guys get the gist of it, right? Make sure there's no more questions. Great job. Thank you, Charlotte. I appreciate it. Okay, how do you make it link to go to oh, great idea. Okay, all you do, how do you make it link to go to the cheat sheet? That is a fantastic question. So what you're gonna do is when you upload that to your Facebook fan page, okay, all you do is, okay, let me go ahead and do it. Even though I'm not too thrilled with it, I might go ahead and just add it real quick. So let me go ahead and grab a free cheat sheet. Move it a little bit right there, right here. Here. All right. Okay, it's fine. I'm going to click save, and I'm going to make it a .png, and I'm going to make mine green. Oh, excuse me. Oh gosh. I'm going to use orange, blue timeline. I'm going to put that in all caps. Okay, so I'm saving it. The dimensions is 851 by 315. So I'm going to save it to my computer. I'm going to save it in my branded images. Okay, now all you do, guys, is you're then going to go to your fan page. Okay, so social media tips with Michelle. So here is my fan page now. Okay, it doesn't say anything about click here, anything like that, right? So what I'm going to do right here is I am going to, hold on. Do I have to be in there? Okay, upload profile. Okay, why? Okay, there it is. Oh my gosh. Right here it says change cover. Click on that, upload a photo, and I'm going to find my branded orange blue timeline. I'm gonna double click on it. Okay, so there it is. And it says click here for your free copy, right? Well, I'm gonna click save changes. So if you, Judy, are on my fan page and it says click here, well, I'm gonna go right here, I'm gonna click right there. Right there in the description is where you put the link. Click here for your free copy. And then you put your domain. Okay, you put the domain. This is if you're giving, like, if you want to create their, like, I'm going to put the link to my group for now. Okay, so right now I'm going to click on editing. So right now, if somebody was on my group, if somebody sees this, social media tips with Michelle, okay, let me ask you, does this look more professional than just seeing a quote or products, you know, of my company? Absolutely, I think so. And what you want to do is you know, what is it that your audience wants? What is something that will capture their attention and keep their attention? And what is something that they would want? You want to give them something. And so click here for your free copy. So I click on that, click here for your free copy. And usually I'll put something else on here, but, you know, boom, it'll take you to our social media tips group. Okay. Now I could have it go to a different, you know, an actual capture page system. I could have it go to a capture page system where I have me in a video saying, hi, this is Michelle. I've got a great report I'd love to give you, blah, 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 blah. I do have one of those, but that's a little bit more advanced. And if you guys do want something like that, reach out to me. I do have access to trainings that will help you with that. But right now, I'm just teaching you guys how to do your basic branding and just creating your brand and getting engagement on Facebook, so that, I mean, that's really all you need when you're starting out, okay? So let me make sure there's any questions. How do you link your free cheat sheet to your headline? Okay, I hope I answered your question. Oh, awesome, Charlotte, thank you so much. How to link to it. How can it go to a capture page? Okay, a capture page actually is a third party, and I can help you with that. But that's a third party. It's either something that you have on your blog or a capture page system. So that is something that's totally separate. So, like for instance, when you guys registered, that was a capture page where you had to put in your email address. Okay, so for instance, let me show you on the event. So when you guys, you know, inside the event, and I said make sure that you register, right here, I believe is the capture page. This is a capture page that I created, okay? So I've got several, just depending on who I'm targeting. So for you guys, I just made this very generic, you know, a registration page, and it goes into my email autoresponder, and then from there I can set this up so that when you guys enter this, when you guys entered your name, okay, it goes to what's called a capture, it goes to a thank you page, and there's the thank you page, okay? This is separate. This is a little bit more advanced, but this is a really, really, really powerful tool that I use to capture leads and to stay in contact with my prospects, okay? Or with my audience. I hate saying prospects because not everybody's a prospect. Okay. I'll go back. Okay, does anybody have any questions besides what I've shown you so far? Great, thanks. Awesome. How to go? Okay, so that could be a separate training, Charlotte. If anybody wants to know anything about capture pages, I can actually do something totally separate about that. Okay. Do you guys want to see how I was able to make though, like this image here? Right. Where was that? Do you guys want to know how I was able to make that image? I know some of you know this already. How about this, guys? Check this out. I don't know if you guys are friends with me on Facebook. This is so funny. My last post, I know some of you already know this, but check this out. Guys, look at this. I posted an image of myself on Forbes magazine, and I said, do you see yourself where you want to be? If you do, just say yes, and I will give you a very special gift. And then I gave an inspirational quote. Remember, every great dream begins with a dreamer. You must see yourself there. And when we summon the will, it's almost inevitable. And guys, look, I got tons of comments on this. Would you be willing to tell me how to do a cover like this for my son? Yeah, I'll show you right now. So Linda, if you are not watching this live, I'm not sure if you're in our group or not. I will be sure to send you, I will be sure to see if you want to be in our group, and I'll be sure to give you access to this replay. But yeah, you guys want to know how to do that? Does anybody want to know how to do those images? Anybody? Yes, we would love to attach a capture page on the link. Would love to attach a capture page on the link. Absolutely, I can help you guys with that. That would be a different training, okay? Because that is more advanced. That is more advanced. All right, I'm going to reveal to you guys what I use to brand myself on these images. It's super easy. It's called funny.pho.to. Funny photo. And this is so awesome. So basically on my fan page, you guys saw my fan page. Let me show you my fan page real quick. Something that I recommend is you have a profile image, a professional picture that you use on all of your social media profiles, okay? But usually what I do in my personal profile is like around Christmas time, I'll put a Santa hat or something that's, you know, along with the, you know, the times, what's going on in the seasons, right? But I do things a little bit differently. I'm still using the same image, but look here, look at this cool image. I mean, it's just me, you know, I'm obviously, I love mobile marketing, right? Social media. So what I'm going to do, and look at that, guys, if you click on that, it even prompts you to go into my group here. So this is so cool, guys. All I did was go to funny.pho.to, funny.photo, with a dot between the O and the T. And all I'm going to do, guys, is you can go in here and you can do fun effects. And you can go through, oh, there it is, right there. But look at this, you guys. You can take a picture and you can do so much with it. Look at this right here. You can put your face on magazine covers. You can put your country's flag, you know, painted on your face. One of my favorites is, of course, the celebrity montages. So as you can see here, I love doing this, and I always try to poke fun at it. Okay, you don't want it to be like a serious thing, right? I always do something that makes it fun. But if you go to my branded images, like here's this one. So here's the one of Tom Cruise, right? So this one of Tom Cruise, all you do is you upload the image from your computer or from Facebook, and here I've already got my image uploaded, so I'm going to click on it. And what it's going to do is it's going to pull my image, and it's going to, it looks like Tom Cruise is taking a selfie. And here's me, and then here's me if you look on the camera here. And here's their watermark, and all I have to do right here is click here to remove the watermark. And that P8, that went away. And so all I can do now is I can then share it. I save it, and you just download it. You just download it. And you can download it as a branded image of you, and then you can just use it for fun. Now, what I'm going to do for a lot of people that I said I was going to give them a free gift, I'm going to put their images and I'm going to put them on the cover of Forbes magazine. And And it was a great way, you guys, to get engagement. Let's see if I got. Yes, you do have to have fun, of course. I'm interested in, yes, Judy, I got your message. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so I just showed you guys how to create a custom logo, right, with a transparent background so you can add it to images. I showed you how to create a timeline photo. I showed you how to brand your images. Oh, and you guys have seen my training where I wish people happy birthdays, right? Have you guys seen that? Where it's actually an app on my phone, and it's an awesome. I can show you that really quickly, really quickly, since I'm here. Put that down. All right, so really quickly on my phone, I go to Facebook. I want to show this to you guys real quick, okay? So what I do on Facebook, so this is just packed with so much stuff, you guys, oh my gosh. So I'm going to go to Facebook. I'm going to go to my notifications, which is right here, right? So I'm going to go on my notifications. I'm going to scroll down, and what it's going to do is it's going to tell me who's having birthdays. And for those of you that here we go. Okay, so first thing I do is I look to see if they've been active online, and if they're not inactive, like the last time this person posted something was November 2014, so I'm going to unfriend this person. And I use that as, birthdays is a great way to just kind of reevaluate whether or not I want to stay connected with those people. And then Jessica Brown. And guys, I'm going to show something really quickly. So here's Jessica Brown. And what's going to happen is if I'm going to share, if I'm going to wish her a happy birthday, guys, this is super, super powerful. The reason why is because if I have found that a lot of, I don't know if you guys, I think I just lost it. Okay, well, if you guys want access to that, I've got a training on that, but there is a great way for you guys to, use Photify is the app, but it just lost. I just lost it. It just went away, and we're already over an hour. So I'm really quickly going to show you one more thing, you guys. I created this image myself. And once again, I took one of these images. I took this roadway image from one of the free websites, okay? And what I did then is I added the block, okay, which was right here. And I made it a little bit transparent. And then I just added the text. And, and what I'm doing, guys, is I'm creating my own images. And if I want to put my little, my social media tips at the bottom, that's fine. But I've been getting so many shares, so much engagement on these, it's not even funny. And as long as it's less than 20% of the image size, then you can also boost these posts on your Facebook page, on your fan page. And if you go into your actual Power Editor, which is the back end of your ads, if you don't know how to do that, reach out to me. I did a training on that where you can just go into the back end and you can specify people that are already involved in network marketing companies. Then you can target them, and then you can invite them into your private group where you can invite them to become your friend, create conversations with them. That was another training that was really powerful that I know a lot of people got a lot of value out of. But yeah, so I also use PicMonkey to create these inspirational images. Okay, let me get rid of that. So another tool I want to give you guys really quickly on actual timeline photos, though, before I let you go, is canva.com is a really great resource that you can use to create images. What's awesome about this, guys, is they've already got like the sizes for whatever kind of image you want to do. But I use this quite a bit as well. And what I love about it is anything that you create, it will save it for you so that you can go back and you can just change the background image. And it's so cool. especially if you're reusing, you know, if you, it just saves a lot of work if you want something where you can just have your logo and you just change the text yourself a little bit. But the reason why I like PicMonkey actually is because when I do a text on an image, if I want to, I can do, and I can't do this on Canva. If anybody knows how to, let me know. But one of the things I like to do is I like to add, let me show you. Over here on effects, you can create a drop shadow. So if I create a drop shadow, let's say I created a different color. Do you see the drop shadow here? And I can make it a little bit thinner, I can make it bigger, but you know, when you add a drop shadow to text, it just makes it look a little sharper. And I can't figure out how to do that on Canva's text. So, you know, that's the only reason why I don't really use Canva as much as I do PicMonkey when it comes to adding text. But when it comes to Facebook covers, what's really cool is they do have free templates that you can grab and you can use, okay? So not a ton, obviously, but there's some, okay? But another resource I want to give you, and then I'll let you go, is PageModo. PageModo.com. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just going to go here. PageModo.com, you guys, is a paid service, but you can be a free member, and instead of just downloading it, you can just copy it. So I'm going to go ahead and connect. So I'm going to sign in and I'm connecting. So you can connect it with Facebook. And what you can do here, this is so cool, you guys. Right here, you can create a cover photo. And what it will do is over here on the side, it will give you all of these templates. And in fact, this is the one I just made, and I used this template right here. You see that? Is that not cool? Oh my gosh, I love this. And what I'll do is instead of paying, you know, being a member, like a paid member, because I just don't create enough of these to justify it. But when I created this for our event, all I did was I used Jing, and I just went in and I just grabbed it and I just copied, I just grabbed it like that and saved it to my computer. So if you guys don't know how to use Jing, let me know. I've got a training on that as well. So I know your heads are spinning. Let me see if anybody's got any questions. How can we access your other trainings? Yeah, Charlotte, I've got tons of trainings. Let me know which one you want, and I can post it in our group, because this is the group that I'm most active in, is our social media tips group. And so I will be more than happy to give you access to those trainings. And some of them I might actually redo, because some of them might be part of a long, I mean, you know, being on here an hour for me is a long time, and I'm surprised that you guys are actually still here, and I appreciate that. Like, you have no idea. But I just wanted to check to see if anybody has any questions. Thank you, Cherie. I appreciate that. Thank you, Judy. Oh, I love Judy, by the way, you did a great job on your timeline photo. Do you mind if I go to it and show people what your timeline photo looks like? Is it on there? It's not on there. Oh, you know what? You know who else did a good one? Social media tips. Let's see. Who else was it that, but I loved yours, Judy, but you don't have it listed here. Look at that. I rely so much on us putting access to our fan pages in our currently working section that I can't even think of what the page is, but you did a great job on yours. And I was hoping to call out some people that have already started working on their fan pages and have done an awesome Jing, Jing, jing.org. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, I do have a training on that, Judy. And yeah, I do have a training on how to use Jing. So I will definitely make sure you guys get access to that. I grab things all the time. Like when I get an amazing testimonial, I grab that because I put those in my emails and I put them in places to help brand myself. Anytime you guys get a good review, even if it's a friend and they give you something that's really awesome, like an awesome compliment, you want to share that, grab it. Why not? You deserve it. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad you guys got some value out of that. So I'm going to let you go because this has been over an hour, and I appreciate you being here. And I will make sure you guys get access to the replay as well. And we'll chat with you later. Let me see if I can get to where it's at. Thanks, guys.